Good morning. It's Sunday morning. Time for more burn piles. Seems like a never-ending chore.
Good morning. I am so stoked about all this wood being burnt. Yesterday, we were able to get rid of many piles, and today, not only have we gotten rid of a few piles that were already set up, Lee has depleted another pile almost, and he's also been cutting some of those branches we cut yesterday and burning them. And so, getting rid of this wood that's been around the property is really exciting. I know, little things that excite us, but it's just a step forward in cleaning up this land. And so we're stoked about that. Today we are going to paint the cabins, and we are going to also do some tractor work around the property since the ground is pretty good right now, and we want to get it before it rains. And so it's going to be an exciting day.
That's fine. Just kind of mix it up with dry and green. Just throw it up carefully. Don't just dab yourself.
We got a lot of cleared up stuff. The big trees that were about this big that we're laying here, they're very green, so we just piled them up on top of the other trees that we already had piled up. But most of these, believe it or not, came from around that tree yesterday, and it was a lot. Of course, we have that huge hole that we have to deal with still. Don't know what's gonna come out of the top of that hole. And the grass is really high here because we didn't weed eat it or anything, and inside the grass is tons of limbs that were small. So we're gonna have to rake up the yard and get all those limbs up and out of the grass so we can mow here. And it looks like there's an anthill over there that's quite big. We're gonna have to deal with that too. All before we paint.
Fire!
Let me tell you about a na-na-na. I think it's with Me and My Two Sons, or Me and My Three Sons. That program that was like, I don't know, we were little when it was on black and white. With the Martian guy.
Oh.
I think it's...
My favorite Martian?
No, Me and My Two Sons. He was the grandpa or uncle. Let me tell you about my best friend. Oh no, no. Bill Bixby and he had a little
Courtship
boy.
of Eddie's father.
Courtship of Eddie's father. Oh my gosh, why is that running through my head? That's just weird. We are so glad that you're following along with two amateur city folks moving to the country, and we hope you're enjoying our progress. We certainly are. If you're new to the podcast or video cast, whatever we call this thing, start at number 1 and follow us along. You'll see all the progress we've done this far and some of the struggles that we've had. The struggles don't necessarily end, it's just we're adapting better to them.
Okay, we're going to start preparing for painting now. I'm going to mask that window off right there. We use press and seal and then painter's tape. It works pretty good. All right, 1 down, 1 to go. Number 2.
There you go. The wood's been burned, the grass has been brought down, and it's looking mighty good between these 2 cabins. I am so excited. It is time to get started painting today. Lee is setting up all the stuff to get ready to paint, and we are gonna spray the entire buildings and then come back and paint the trim with a brush. Before he gets started though, we're gonna tape up the tarps that we put on the cottages so that we can get to the eaves themselves. Let's do this.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, first, like Brenda told you, we're gonna tape the edges of the tarp up so we can get to the eaves, so we'll come back down and make a mess out of them. Then I'm gonna broom off everywhere that got grass all over it from the weed eating. Get that ready to go. Then I have to mix the paint. I gotta thin it a little bit with water. It's about 9 ounces of water to 48 ounces of paint. It's about what it works out to. Then we use the, it's not an airless sprayer, it's actually an HVLP gun. self-contained. It's got its own little compressor right here and everything. It works pretty nice. It painted the garage just fine, so we'll use it.
In the process of taping the tarp, we noticed that there was a couple of pieces of trim that we forgot to put on. So Lee's putting that on right now.
Press and seal, it works for everything. And just like that, painted cottage.
Of course, we still have this cottage to do. And the trim. I'm told that ash is really good for a garden. So when we burn these piles, I come back and I collect the ash when they've cooled off. Today's burn was over there and we can't touch those coals. They're very, very hot. This is from yesterday's burn and the coals are, or there's really not coals, but the ash is ready to be picked up. Heat coming from this pile, so I won't collect this pile today. The ash before it rains, because once the rain hits, it will go into the ground. All the nutrients or whatever is making this ash good, it will disappear if it gets rained on. So it's supposed to rain this week like every other week, and I may or may not be able to collect that one, but we'll see.
Okay, and just like that, number 2 is done. Now, we can't paint the trim today because the last time when we did the garage building, we painted the trim, and since we don't have a ready supply of water and faucets and sinks and that kind of stuff, we just threw the cheap brushes away. And guess what? We didn't buy any new ones, so we'll have to do that before we do the trim.
Well, it's time to gather our tools for the day and start putting things away, cleaning things up.
after painting, you must clean the gun. You got to clean it really clean or it won't be good the next time you go to use it. Fortunately, it's water-based paint, so we're just using water for cleanup. We got a lot of painting done, got both cottages done. We'll come back and finish the trim later.
When we get some paint brushes and the rest of the supplies. But until then, this is how they look, and they look mighty fine.
Yes, they do, if we do say so ourselves.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching.
Be sure to like,
Subscribe.
comment if you have anything that you'd like to add and something that might help us along the way.
Or if you have any questions. Don't forget to share, hit that notification bell, talk to your friends about it. Thanks.
God bless you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.